Hello, Cousin Johnny here. We'd like to thank our sponsors for the Buzzin' with Cousins show. We thank you. Thank you, that garlic stuff. If you like garlic, you're going to love it. Put it on just about anything. That garlic stuff. Tuesday, Alvarado Farmers Market, or go to thatgarlicstuff.com. Thank you. Thank you, I Heart You Candles. Beautiful hand-poured candles. These make special gifts. They're fantastic. Call Sherry at 574-9446 or go down and say hello right there on that walkway right in front of Fisherman's Wharf. Thank you, Sherry. I Heart You Candles. Thank you. Fremont Street. Grab and go healthy meals. They're delish. On your way from home from work, go grab some, heat them up, and fantastic. Thank you, Suds Cyber Laundry. 709 Lighthouse, Pacific Grove. Great modern machines, big screen TV, coffee, and a great friendly staff. Thank you, Suds. Thank you, the Whiskey Club, 425 Alvarado Street. Over 600 whiskeys to choose from. Go on in, relax, enjoy a nice whiskey. They also have a bottle shop. It's great. Great place to relax and enjoy. Tell them a cousin sent you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, storyteller, author, and all-around good guy, Tony Albano. Tony has written 3 books, the latest being Cherish, about a New York teenager and a nun find love. Thank you, Tony. And if you want to order the book or find out more about Tony, go to Tony, Tony, Albano, Albano, storyteller.com. Check it out. Thank you. Thank you, sponsors, for the Buzzin' with Cousins show. We thank you. Cousin Johnny here. You just heard a song from the latest album of Brad Guitar Wilson. In fact, we've got him right here in the studio, along with the top photographer Elfi. So please welcome our guest. Hello, how we doing?
Fantastic. It's wonderful to be on your show, Cousin Johnny. Elfi Kluck, amazing photographer. She did all three of my last albums. Brad Guitar Wilson here. Hello, everybody. Good to be with you.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on. And Brad, we'd like to congratulate you on the success of your new album there. You've gotten quite a bit of accolades on that. What is it? The top one of the top albums in USA. And
it's for the blues genre. We're #1 in California, #10 in Australia, #17 in the UK. So it's really created a lot of blues news, a lot of power of blues guitar on it, and very excited to be out of a Monterey area and Carmel and have the record be making this kind of a noise. A lot of good blues on it.
Wow, that's really great, and I encourage everybody to listen to it because it's a rockin'. You like blues? It's a rocker. So Brad,
well, yeah, it is a blues rocker. That opening song is the title track. The audience heard the song "Buckle Up." That's the title track.
Buckle up. That's great. I'm buckled up right now. So Brad, so where are you from, and how'd you get the connection to for Monterey?
Originally out of the San Francisco Bay Area. Really what brought me here is my longtime friend Rod Wilson, who's a local drummer here. And we have been friends since the 8th grade. And we've been doing a lot of shows together. So my lifelong friends, Rod Wilson, that's what got me.
I know him well. He plays in like 300 bands here in town.
He does. He works a lot.
Yeah. Every time when I see him, I say, are you going to be playing for the Monterey Symphony next? You know, kettle drums.
Well, he's a bit of a rocker, so I don't think the symphony's going to have him.
Yeah, he's good. Elfi, how did you where are you from, and how did you end up in Monterey?
Actually, I'm from Germany originally, and I came over as an ice skater, skated with the Ice Capades, and then I became a dancer in Las Vegas. I have worked in Hollywood, doing modeling and acting, and then I got into real estate. And I looked all the way up and down the coast where I wanted to live, moved from Colorado. And then I found this area and I just fell in love with it in 1988. And I just decided this is where I want to live.
What a great place. I'm always curious to see how people come to this beautiful area. I grew up here from day one here up here on Spaghetti Hill, and I've attempted to leave a couple times, but never made it out. And I'm so glad I didn't, because we got a great community of people, of musicians, of just a great community. So we welcome you here. Okay, great. So, Brad, how many albums this make that you've done?
I've got a total of 7 albums out over a long period of time. The last 3 albums, I had met Elfi Kluck at Lucy's on Lighthouse.
Oh, what a spot!
And they have a lot of fun over there. Jolene runs a beautiful business, and so the band is over there playing like on a Sunday afternoon, and Elfi's shooting some photos, which she does all the time. And we exchanged contact information because I said I'm doing a brand new album called Brad Guitar Wilson, which was 3 albums ago. And then we did some photography at Garaparta Beach, which became the album cover. And that album did very, very well. And the photography on both the front and back cover and the disc and the inside of the CD cover was so sensational. I said, we gotta work together as an artistic team. So from there, Elfi shot the next album, which was Lovers Before Sunrise, and now on to Buckle Up. Elfi, do you have the album covers to show everyone? Here's the work.
Yeah, let's look.
Yes. Well, this one was the one you just played. Buckle Up. And this is the backside. We shot that in Carmel Beach.
Okay.
And then,
on a cold day, but it was beautiful.
And then this one was shot in my studio. This was the second album we worked on. And then the backside is a Selma Beach.
At sunset. That was an incredible photo shoot.
Wow.
Yeah. So as a team, we've teamed up on 3 albums. All of the albums have been very successful. The exciting thing, everybody, is that when, as a songwriter, and I'm recording the music, I recorded with all the albums with a famous producer named Francis Buckley in Hollywood, and the records were really produced wonderfully. But the exciting thing is to try to match the lyrics and the music with the images on the cover. And with Elfi, she's done so many wonderful photos of the sunsets and the beaches and here, that to have her kind of interpret the music and ultimately do the covers and packaging was fantastic. Elfi, I got to ask you though, what kind of equipment? I know there's probably some photographers out there. What does Elfi Kluck use when she's doing photos?
Well, I have a mirrorless Nikon, the 6.2 that I shoot with, and various lenses. And then also I shoot some of the images actually with my iPhone. I got the latest one now, the iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Wow. How's that?
Excellent. It blows me away. The quality is very good.
Really is, yeah. Now, Elfi, you sent me a little bio, and then I've been kind of like, checking your stuff out. And let me tell you something, your photography, it like comes to life. It's like vibrant, like I picture myself on those scenes where photos where you had I think it was the carpet of the magic carpet of Pacific Grove. I picture myself in the middle of that carpet, just relaxing. I mean, it comes to life. So beautiful work that you do. Very beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I love color. Color's my specialty.
Colors are so bright. So Brad, so when did you pick up the guitar, and how were you at a young age, or
well, actually, Rod Wilson and myself, we were both living in Redwood City. We were neighbors, and we were both in about the 8th grade. And our parents said, on Saturdays, we're going to take you to get music lessons. Rod chose the drums, I chose the guitar. So on Saturdays, either one of our parents would drive us to the music shop, and we would start, and we took lessons, and then we would. He had a basement where we had our equipment, the guitar amplifier and the drums, and we started learning how to play. So at that point, I ended up going working in San Francisco for a while, and then went to Los Angeles, became a session guitarist for the Raw Brothers at Cherokee Studios, worked with John Carpenter, a movie director, on 2 of his movies. One of his movies we did together was Vampires, who went to the #1 movie. And then I did a lot of work with television, with some famous soap operas like Days of Our Lives. And so my music was out through television and movies. And it was a chance for me to learn a lot about the music business.
Yeah. What influence did you have growing up? as a bluesman? What bluesman did you kind of influence?
Well, Monterey has had some very famous blues festivals here, but living in San Francisco, I was lucky enough to go to places like the Fillmore and Winterland, and Bill Graham would bring in incredible acts like Chuck Berry, Muddy Waters, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Albert King. So I would be just barely 8th grade, 9th grade, freshman in high school, and I would be standing right in front of Eric Clapton in San Francisco at Winterland, or Jeff Beck, or Albert King, James Cotton. And so one of the great things about Bill Graham and the San Francisco music scene was Bill Graham would kind of put it out, if you're coming to see a very popular band like Traffic, or one of the well-known bands, the Grateful Dead, or the Big Brother and the Holding Company. Bill Graham's theory was you're going to have to hear where this music originated from. So he would have always on the same ticket, he would have somebody very famous like Paul Butterfield or Mike Bloomfield.
Oh,
And and so I would be sitting there and all ready to get ready to see someone famous, the Led Zeppelin or something. And then on before that would come Muddy Waters with Buddy Guy. And I'm thinking, wow, this music is incredible.
Yeah,
And
that blues, just something about it. It just grabs you.
if you're in Chicago, of course, it's in all the clubs on all the streets. But all the way back out here in the Bay Area, it was a specialty to have the blues acts come from the Mississippi, Memphis, Chicago, New Orleans, come out here and play for people in California. So there's something about the blues music, the way the music is structured allows the guitar to do a lot of improvising.
Yeah, I love it. I've enjoyed the blues. I like Chicago, Chicago style blues.
A fantastic blues. And Monterey has some deep roots with the blues. And there's been a lot of festivals here. We got the Jazz Festival has a lot of blues artists. And then for years, we had the Monterey Blues Festival. You probably went to that a few times.
Yeah,
as well.
I went that, yeah. And then they got the blues on the park at Laguna. That's a really great venue that they have.
My gosh, yeah. Hundreds of people turn out to the Seaside Park for Blues in the Park.
Bring a lounge chair. So, Brad, I noticed that you do a lot of touring in Europe, like the Netherlands. Is that?
I was lucky enough that a radio station first. This will be my 6th tour. I leave on May 1st. This will be the 6th time I've toured the Netherlands, Belgium, France. Shows in Paris, Amsterdam, Antwerp, Brussels, Breda. So on May 1st, after we do the marathon here, I'm flying over there to do 3 weeks in May. And I was originally invited by a radio station to come over there. They said, come over, we'll get you some musicians, we'll introduce you to the music scene. And I was really thought, wow, am I going to be able to, sing in English and play my music to Dutch, Belgium, and French audiences, only to find out when I got there that everybody speaks English so fluently. Yeah. And they love American music.
They love it, yeah. And what about your versatility, playing at giant stadiums in Europe and then playing here at a great venue here like Lucy's, or I think the Sportsman Club? I mean, that's what you call, one extreme, you know what I mean?
It is, Johnny. It is extreme. Well, I was lucky enough to be friends with the legendary band Chicago. And years ago, I'm thinking about at least 6, 7 years ago or longer, the guys in Chicago, Robert Lamb's a good friend of mine, invited me to be the opening act for Chicago. And there's a beautiful venue in the Bay Area called the Mountain Winery,
Oh,
and
yes. Yeah. Good. Great.
it's
Yeah.
it is a beautiful venue. So I've done a lot of shows with them there. So, well, I guess that to answer your question directly, the playing large shows with Chicago is exciting, and they're very wonderful to allow us to have time to set up our equipment for sound check and really get a good sound for the audience. But there's something about when the club is completely full here in town, and everybody's a late crowd. All of a sudden, 10:30, 11 o'clock, the place starts to fill up, as you know. Got a
Yeah.
late crowd out there, and everybody's feeling good. And the sound, when it's all packed full of people, and my guitar starts to rev it up, it's just a vibe you can't create unless you're in a small club with everybody, especially if there's a lot of friends, everyone's feeling good, and everybody crowds in. And next thing you know, you've got an experience that you can't get at a big concert hall,
You
even at the
can't.
Golden
Yeah.
State. It's just something about being at a bar, a club, and the music's going good. And you're seeing friends. That's a great vibe.
It is really great. Now, Elfie, you do some work with the PAC Rep, right? The theater group.
Yes, I do. When I'm in town, I generally, help them out, and we do a photo call, which is the publicity shots that go into the newspapers, and then later on, generally the main rehearsal for the show. And
Yeah,
so over the years, I've done quite a few productions for them.
yeah. I think I was mentioning earlier that I saw was it Mary Poppins, and that was really a great, really a great show. I mean, I
Yes,
just
I did the publicity photos for them.
yeah,
However, I was in Europe, so I was not able to do, the main show
yeah,
for that particular productions. But over the years, I've done many, especially, when Golden Bar was uh,
yeah,
had performances.
yes.
It's going to happen again soon.
I hope so. I like to go there and bring my picnic basket and some wine and relax.
Yes, at the Forest Theater, that is so much fun.
They encourage you to bring food and drinks.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Come
Exactly.
on in. So
Exactly.
that's really great. And
Oh, your shots are fantastic on that. You before the production opens, you usually do all the stars of the production individually. You do the cast,
yeah,
and a lot of your stuff. I have to mention this because Elfie has a lot of fans of her photographer. She gets a lot of likes and stuff. Your Facebook page is Elfi Kluck Photography.
right. Yeah.
And so it's exciting, but I don't know. She's if you go to her page, cousin Johnny, you see that her ability to do colors is
That's what
fantastic.
I was saying. It comes to life. I mean, you feel like kind of like when you're in the land of Oz and it's black and white, and all of a sudden it's color. It's like, wow, this is great. Yeah.
That is a great way to put it. Yeah, it just her bursting with colors on her photography. Very impressive. Very
And
impressive.
I heard you mention that you're going to be performing at the world famous Big Sur Marathon coming up, right?
Yes, I've been shooting the marathon for several years now. And one year I was in the press truck, and it was an open truck, and we were whizzing around, the curves and what have you. And it was kind of scary. So this time I'm
Yeah.
doing actually the finish line. So the winners, I'll be photographing those.
Oh, well, let me just elaborate on that story if I could. So when I first started with the Big Sur Marathon, I was at Rocky Point. So the thing is, you got to remember, everybody, that the whole race starts very early in the morning.
Oh
So
yeah.
everybody on the team has to be at the job site for work at 6 a.m. So me and the musicians were assigned Rocky Point. We're down there at like, 6:30 in the morning. It's a little bit misty. And and the runners come all the way from Big Sur, 25 point, how many miles?
26.2, I believe.
26.2 miles at a full run for the professional runners. And so I'm down there, and the band is all ready to go, and we're set up at Rocky Point there on the north side of the bridge. And here comes all the runners, and everybody's going by. And I start up with the music, and we're giving them the blues riffs, and they're surprised because they're coming up over the hill down through the bridge, and all of a sudden they're hearing we're the first. At that point, we were the first band that they see. We've since moved towards the finish line now, but to start with the team, we started at Rocky Point, and so the excitement to see on their faces when they're running and they didn't expect it, and all of a sudden there's a band with music
That's
giving them,
unbelievable.
and so that's lifting them up. But so I'm playing along, and everything is going really great. Of course, eventually the sun comes out and it's gorgeous and everything. It's an incredible place to play guitar. I mean, Caltrans would never let me have the band at the bridge there unless it was closed for the Big Sur Marathon. So it's really an honor to be playing guitar there along Highway 1. It's a gorgeous site. So I'm there jamming along. All of a sudden, this pickup truck comes flying along because they have to get to the finish line with the photographers to make sure they see the photo of the winners. So I look, and Elfi's she's at the tailgate with one foot up against the tailgate, her camera like this, and I'm thinking, the truck, what is it doing? About 35, 40 miles an hour. And I say, wait a minute, that looks like it's Elfi. She has her foot up against the tailgate, and she's got a camera like this. And you remember that? It was just whipping along. I said to the band, I said, I think that might be Elfi Kluck going by.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's her.
She had to get to the truck had to get to the finish line before the first runner got there.
Now, we've had some problems with the weather. Any problem? Do they have to take a detour, or is everything okay for the?
Elfi, what do you know on the Big Sur this year?
Well, this year is going to be a little different. Normally they start, in Big Sur and go all the way to Crossroads. And that's, that's the 26.2 miles. But this year, because of the damage on Highway 1, they're doing it a little differently. So they're actually starting it at the Crossroads. They go, I think, just before, the damage. Then they turn around, and then they're going to also hit Point Lobos and then come back. So that'll be a full marathon then.
What a great event. And I don't think there's too many marathons that has world-class entertainment while you're running those 26 miles. I don't think
it's an incredible April 28th. Everybody's I think the race kicks off at like 8 a.m. Everybody gathers all along all the Highland, Carmel Highlands, all on the road, all down there at the Crossroads, the Rio Road. Everyone is gathered, and then the excitement starts to build, and we're right there. I think just right below, right by Point Lobos. There was where we're going to be performing, and is it 10,000 runners? How many people do they let in? It's huge.
It's big.
It's big.
They come from all over the world to come.
Yeah,
here.
I think they cut it off at 10,000, but I'm not 100% sure.
Can you imagine that? 10,000 runners.
Most beautiful places in the world to run to run this race, and you can spend some time in this beautiful town and listen to some great entertainment. So
we gotta do a shout out to all the volunteers.
Oh, please!
There's an army of volunteers that make it happen.
All the volunteers that are getting up at 3 a.m, and yeah,
it's huge. It takes a lot of people, and they've been doing it for many years. There's always the talk of, it always comes around to it, is about how the first person that had the idea, there was like a couple of people here in Carmel and Monterey and Big Sur, and they got together and they had to go to the governor's office in Sacramento. And the governor says, yeah, well, what's your plan? And they said, well, we're closing down Highway 1. And he said, what? He said, yeah, we're closing down Highway 1 from Big Sur all the way to Carmel, with all the people traveling north and south, on vacation. And we're going to close it down. And so, of course, Caltrans said no. But the power of the positive energy of the people, and there's a couple of them. There's a very historic story, I think, of the person that started the whole thing, who I think just recently passed away. They're having a celebration of life.
Yes.
And but he managed to I think it was Governor Duke Majan, who was at the time the governor, and he said he made some calls, and that's the power of Carmel and Monterey and the area, the peninsula. And they said, okay, we're going to close down Highway 1 with the Highway Patrol and the support of Caltrans all the way from Big Sur to Carmel, so you can run your race, and everyone will just have to wait. It's a lot of people have to wait until they open.
Oh yeah, typically they're not going to go for it. The powers that be were going to say, no, we don't want to block traffic, and you know what I mean? But they did it, and it's great.
I'm so glad they did. And there's a lot of music, a lot of entertainers. We're bringing a Rippin' Blues band, the Brad Guitar Wilson band. I've got a hot band, hot keyboard, hot bass player, hot drummer, and myself. We're going to be ripping it up.
Yeah.
But there's other entertainment along the way. They've got different styles of entertainment along the way to inspire the runners. And as I say, when you get close to the finish line, the people on the peninsula pour in and really start cheering. And Elfi's at the finish line going to be taking the photography for the winners, record-setting winners from all over the world. It's international. And
all different age groups on top of that. All different age groups.
It is really a phenomenon. And then I'm that's the 28th, and I'm going to take off on May 1st. I'll be in Amsterdam within 48 hours, getting ready for 3 weeks to support the Buckle Up album. My website is bradwilsonlive.com. If you want to find out more about what's going on with me, Brad Wilson Live.
Yes. So what's in the future for Brad Guitar Wilson? What do you got going on? What's your schedule?
Well, we've got, of course, I've been putting out a record every single year. So Elfi and I will start looking at that. This one came out in January of this year. So you've got to start the process, songwriting. You're going to need to get in and write 14 songs. We're going to have to start talking about the photo shoot for the album covers. We got to get into Hollywood and record them. Making a record, typically, once you start the process, by the time you get it out to the market, can take a year. So this one came out January 26th, Buckle Up, which has been doing very well. But you got to start planning for the next year. So we'll start looking at the next record. There's talk about when I'm in Europe. I'm going to be in Europe in October, again for dates. I'm thinking of recording 2 of the songs on this record were recorded in Amsterdam, and I'm thinking of recording in Paris a couple of songs for this next record that we're going to do. But these 2 songs were recorded in Amsterdam, just like we're talking right now. The producer was 9 hours difference, was on Zoom when we were recording in Amsterdam. We had the musicians, they were Dutch musicians. We were all in the studio in Amsterdam, and on the computer screen on a large monitor was Francis Buckley, the producer. So he was producing the session, even though he had to get up about 3 or 4 in the morning to catch up with us in the afternoon for the sessions in Amsterdam. So, but this one, I think we might do a few songs in Paris or Brussels for this record.
Beautiful. So I want you to feel free at any time to, go on Buzzing with Cousin and put any information about any upcoming shows here locally in Monterey.
I would love that. Yeah, you're Buzzing with Cousin on Facebook. It really connects us a lot. And I think that's what's so fantastic about today. As one of the great things, Cousin Johnny, is that you're very supportive of the arts and the artists. When I go on Facebook, you're out and about, you're doing stuff, you're being seen, you're super supportive.
Well, we gotta support our local artists and our, in this community, everybody has each other's backs, so we got to help each other out.
And when I was talking to Elfi about doing the show, she was saying, "Well, Brad, have you seen the show? What was the show you saw where the guy was he rode a bike?
Oh, I bicycled for 7 months
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Monterey to New York and back with no money or nothing, just to see what kind of reaction you would get."
Yes, I went to the premiere last year, at the Lighthouse, and I got to meet him, and he had a little talk before he showed his movie, and it was absolutely amazing.
It was amazing that the people were helping him look like that they were down and out. They just said, "Somebody helped me one time, and I want to help someone else." It was really great.
Yes.
It's incredible. Yeah, that was a great show, and so you do a lot of great shows, and you introduce people to the peninsula. And thank you so much for the good work you do.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to present the photography of Elfi Kluck. And here we go.
Which one is that, Elfi?
Well, that was one for Valentine's,
beautiful.
Valentine's, and I used AI, artificial intelligence to change the background because I want to do something like in the cosmos.
I like it.
What color is your specialty?
There's the album cover.
Buckle up. That's my brand new record. You can get it at all of the digital music stores around the world and at my website, bradwilsonlive.com.
Now, Elfi, if somebody wants to purchase one of your photos, do you have a website, or how do they get a hold of you?
Actually, they can contact me on Facebook
via
Messenger, or also on my email, photoexpert12@gmail.com, and it's also on Facebook.
Okay, now if somebody wants to contact either of you and they can't remember, they could contact me and I'll get a hold of you. Okay.
Thank you, Cousin Johnny. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you.
Look at that.
And this was actually shot in outside of Paris in the Loire River Valley. There's some beautiful chateaus, and so this was a couple that wanted to have that kind of background, and it was actually raining, but the rain actually helped that image.
Beautiful greenery,
yeah. What wonderful photography.
Nice.
Wow.
And this was shot in a studio. We're just messing around with different kinds of makeup, and so this was a pretty interesting model. And again, I changed the background. The background was plain black.
It's a sharp image.
This is
Kiki Wow. That's Kiki Wow, one of our
Kiki. Yeah, Kiki was here this last spring, and she wanted to do a photo shoot with me, and so she was actually staying out there in Carmel Valley, and so that's where we shot it.
We sure miss her here in Monterey.
Yeah,
she's fabulous.
Yeah, she says she's going to be back for the marathon around that time.
There looks like a bride.
Yes, and this is in Paris. This is under the that famous Alexander Bridge. Generally, a lot of people shoot there because it not on this shot, but some of the other shots, they have the Eiffel Tower in the background. And this was a couple from Japan that was getting married.
There's that color.
Yeah, and this particular image, one of my stock agency is Getty Images, and so they had this photo and they sold it over and over for different applications, and overall I must have made at least $5,000 just off this one image.
Is that Holland? Is those tulips from Holland?
No, that's actually Germany.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's that lady again.
Yeah, here's that beautiful bride again in Paris. And this is a beautiful Carmel. A lot of times I take my my iPhone with me when I go on my walks in Carmel.
I see the sea. I see the sea
Carmel
lion.
Beach.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, what you get when you.
I love those
Oh
colors.
no! Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. I got
That
it wrong.
looks like the wharf.
This is the harbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the harbor
Now,
in Monterey.
now
And,
I really like that. I love the colors and everything. And, growing up in Monterey, I was, raised in a fishing community, and anything that has to do with boats and fishing, I gravitate to that. So that's really great.
Oh gosh.
Are you related to the people that own Fisherman's Grotto?
No, we're not related. We're friends.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
We're
one
related to
of my favorite restaurants.
Paul Aliotti and family at the Victorian Corner. Those are my relatives. Victorian Corner, Pacific Grove. And
yeah, well, you must have saw
there's a marathon there.
Yeah, this was the last marathon we had, and Brad was also performing there.
Is that the half marathon?
That was the half marathon.
Oh gosh, what a beautiful day it was. That's at Sillamar Beach, right?
Yes, that was at the Sillamar. And so this guy, he decided, I guess he was too hot, so he needed to take his shirt off.
Yeah, that is.
Gosh, cousin Johnny, I'm trying to think back. I mean, when you said you the harbor and growing up here, wow, you must have seen what a wonderful time to what a wonderful place to grow up as a kid, going down to the harbor and the beach.
Yeah, my grandmother used to work at the canneries. My dad fished on the boat, and so I kind of gravitate to the. I mean, I don't like going the hard work of fishing, but I like that growing up in that community. I just love the boats and the waterfront. So that's always hits a soft spot in my heart. So
gorgeous.
I'd like to thank you for coming on the show today.
Oh gosh, it's nice to visit. Well, we're kind of fans. You've got a really good presence on Facebook, on social media, and you're out at a lot of the events. So it's exciting for us to promote the Big Sur Marathon on April 28th. Elfi's doing the finish line. I'm on the music. Excited to promote my brand new album, Buckle Up. Which is doing very well. 14 songs available at all music outlets. Elfi Kluck's Facebook professional page is Elfi Kluck Photography on Facebook. She's got all of her stuff there. And what's spring, April, it's just so it really is a very beautiful time here right now.
It really is. So I would like to thank both of you for coming on, and
there's Elfi Kluck's professional photo.
There it is. Elfi Kluck, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure, and really, I really enjoyed it. Brad Guitar Wilson, been a pleasure, and is great to hear your music, and it's great to have you on. So thank you so much also for coming on. And
our pleasure. We wish everyone all the best. And good health and good times. And very nice to spend some time visiting with you, Cousin Johnny. Thank you for the invitation.
Okay, so Cousin Johnny, Elfi, and Brad out, and everybody have fun, and have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.